Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Misplacing an Entire Day. Then they took him and brought him to a meeting of the Areopagus, where they said to him, May we know what this new teaching is that you are presenting? You are bringing some strange ideas to our ears, and we want to know what they mean. Acts chapter 17, verse 19 and 20. The scientific team from NASA stood in front of the computer screens, scratching their heads. After working for months to calculate the paths that satellites will travel, they'd finally been able to predict the positions of the moon and planets to make sure any future satellites launched wouldn't run into any surprises. But the calculations weren't coming up the way they should have. They looked into it further and found that their calculations were off by almost a full day. The moon seemed to be about 24 hours ahead of itself. With no answer coming to them, a Christian man on the team grabbed a Bible and turned to the story of the day Joshua called on the sun to stand still. The scientists were amazed that they had discovered in the Bible the reason for their miscalculations. NASA had just confirmed the Bible story. That would be a great story if it were true. Sadly, some well-intentioned Christian sent it off as an email forward thinking it would convince non-believers. This kind of stuff may be sort of funny, but it's one of the biggest reasons an intelligent society often chooses to throw Christianity out as naive and dishonest. When Paul came to Athens, the capital of the cultural and intellectual world of his time, he didn't lie about his faith to make it sound more spectacular. He just used a simple example from their own culture. Among all the altars to the Greek gods, he noticed one that was to the unknown God. Given the chance to speak, he stood before the philosophers of the city, pointed to that altar and said, I come to tell you about the unknown God that altar was built for. Quoting their own poets and philosophers, he gave a simple view of Jesus' gospel and sacrifice. The Bible and its gospel message don't need manufactured evidence to be plausible. What they need are people whose lives have been changed because of that message and can simply tell it in their language of regular people. They need Christians who are living examples of the kind of impact Jesus makes in a life. So don't rely on shady email forwards or someone else's faith to get the message out there. The best evidence for Christianity is your own changed life. May God bless you today.